welcome back to the Netherkast. I am Black Cyborg, joined as always by Razor's Edge, Shadowloo, and Temporary Username. This is episode 40, and we got a special treat for you, something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and I know you guys probably have wanted to heard. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm an idiot. Oh, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
It's getting
all right.
hot in her.
It is kind of hot in here. Anyways, you heard? Okay. This is your boy, Black Cyborg. Keep my name out your mouth. Anyways, inside jokes. Okay. What we're doing here, son of a bitch, I am just failing all over I'm failing. It's perfect intro for this shitty movie that we're gonna commentate. MK Annihilation.
Annihilation, alright?
Yes.
Just say it.
I'm trying. I'm really trying hard. Anyways, yes, we are gonna do our commentary for MK Annihilation. So let's all get our stuff ready. You can probably use the DVD or Netflix or anything. It should start out once again on them screaming Mortal Kombat and all that blah blah blah. So
before we start, Shadowloo, what you drinking?
I don't think Shadowloo's here.
We lost Shadowloo.
I have with me one bottle of Boreal Red and one bottle of Boreal IPA. I have 4 more in the fridge if needs be, and needs will probably be. And I'm going to take this opportunity to read you a little bit, because I'm the only one among the cast that actually has this movie on Blu-ray, implying that, yes, at some point within the last 10 years, I upgraded. So, they actually added a little bit of a blurb to the background of this Blu-ray for the description. A new era, but for whom? The Mortal Kombat victory in the Outworld was supposed to give rise to a generation of peace on Earth. But never trust the word of the fiendish and the power-mad. They've opened the portals linking their dimension to ours, and Earth will be overwhelmed if a gutsy band of human heroes doesn't acquire new combat skills that will crush Outworld's imaginative array of badass warrior creatures. John R. Leonetti, cinematographer of Mortal Kombat and 2010's Piranha, directs the fighting fury of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Smash evil.
Piranha, huh?
Piranha.
Well, he's certainly not grown as a filmmaker.
Folks, some people just... their destiny lies elsewhere. After this, I think you should stop.
Here's your problem. You expect directors to be good. You need to destroy those expectations.
You're right, Razor. The Blu-ray case is even telling me to do that on the front. I don't know if I can trust this box of lies.
Destroy all your expectations.
Special features. Mortal Kombat the video game trailer and theatrical trailer. They couldn't even be bothered. Not that I think that anyone would actually be willing to comment.
Mortal Kombat video game trailer. Does it mean MK9 or?
I'm guessing MK9. People, I just opened this Blu-ray like 2 minutes before we started broadcasting. I have no idea what this is. This could actually be some form of trailer for Special Forces for all I know. That's where it deserves to be.
Well, I would presume, because it doesn't have a number or subtitle, that it's either gotta be the 2011 game, or it has to be a trailer for a game from 1992.
Would make about as much sense as most of this fucking thing does. Alright, that's it for me. Let's get Stinko.
Alright, counting down to press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
A ball of rain just flew at the screen. I love the menu.
It's lovely music.
Do they both begin the same way? Because I'm going to feel real stupid if I'm watching the first one.
They do begin the same way.
Okay, thank God.
You won't know until the title gets basically ruined that you're watching a different movie.
Threshold Entertainment, soon to be releasing
Now I'm at the main
Mortal
menu.
Kombat Devastation? Domination? Developmentation?
Here's the thing about this opening sequence is they want you to expect you're watching the first movie so they can destroy those expectations.
This looks a lot. This still looks very first movie.
Shadowloo, did you already get behind?
Yeah, very possibly a little bit. What, what are you looking at now?
Liu Kang walking towards the
Liu
steps.
is
He's
kicking
hugging.
a guy in the face, doing
Reptile
a butt
fell
kick
over.
reptile.
There you go.
Catching
Liu Kang
up.
uses a projectile like 6
Shang
inches
just
away, which
withered
defeats
into a
the purpose of
skeleton.
projectile.
It's all flashback so far.
All right, I need you two to pause for like a split second because now I'm getting the children running. Now it's Liu Kang and
Liu Kang
Katana.
walking towards the
And
temple.
pause for a split
Clouds.
second.
clouds. Guy looking up in the sky.
Okay, we're in the same spot then.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
had
now
that
he's looking up in the sky again. We're about to get Shao Kahn in a second. There. Nope, still not there. That was a tease.
Check out the greatest
Clouds.
CGI that $12 can buy.
All right,
There's nothing
something
orange about
crumbled.
that portal.
It's like the sky is shitting fire.
All right, yeah. Now a bunch of fireballs are coming down.
We should do this the whole
Almost
movie.
the
Just
same
narrate
Yeah,
Right,
just
what we
just
see.
explain.
This is what we're witnessing,
Um,
people.
So there's Robin Shu. So far, so decent.
Ninjas jumping.
More fireballs.
Sonya Blade's mouth
And
is
that's
open.
not Bridget Nielsen. We're
No,
already in
no.
trouble.
She's actually better looking than Bridget Nielsen, in my opinion.
Yeah, actually,
Wow.
she doesn't have resting bitch face.
She doesn't have
She's
Billy
better
Madison
looking, but
face.
she's less Sonya.
Yeah.
I think that Bridget was actually a bit of a better actor.
I like this
No, that's
Johnny.
true.
I like this Johnny Cage better too.
Are we
Well,
looking at
that was
Motaro
Sub-Zero.
and
I'm
Ermac?
kidding. I'm kidding. Nobody does.
I'm looking at Motaro and Ermac and Raid.
He's
I don't
in
know
it
what
for
they're
like 2
doing.
seconds.
Something is horribly wrong. This is not
All
a
right,
stop
Shao
motion
Kahn.
animatronic.
Oh, James Remar, why? Just go away.
And take your double chin with you.
James Remar is
Raiden.
Raiden. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, right.
The guy in the wig pretending to be Christopher Lambert and not measuring up.
Because I love the soaps action they got for Khan. Like I think he is amazing.
This
All
guy
right, here we go.
actually-
Wait, that's not Lyndon Ashby. What movie is this?
The guy playing Khan, I have seen play like 1 million Klingons on Next Generation.
I'm gonna have to go look for that because my girlfriend and I are
That's
watching
actually
the series
amazing.
Right now. And they both do their best Vegas swan
And that's
dive.
the most famous line in the movie, gentlemen.
Well, we're done.
Yep,
Stuff.
we hit the high notes.
All right, now I got Shao Kahn jumping down epically, like he's about to dive into a pool.
Epically, the blurry blue screen board is still
he's,
there.
he's diving.
He looks like a cocker spaniel. He's not buff enough for that outfit.
If you're not doing flip jumps, then you're not jumping at all.
Where's Motaro's flip jump? What the fuck?
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be sick, dude.
I just want to see him like roll on the ground.
That was my
or
favorite
something.
part of the whole movie because they start doing moves straight out the game.
Yeah, shoulder charge.
Oh, he didn't shave his
I
chest.
actually say that unironically. This is what I want Legacy to have: more fights like this.
Shut your whore mouth. I don't want anything
Raiden
like
done
this
the
happening. in
tackle,
Legacy.
and it literally played a voice clip from MK2.
See, I actually did enjoy the fact that like Shao Kahn's fireball had the little hexagonal pattern behind.
Oh
it.
man,
That was-
I love the after images because some of them are skulls. Like they're
Ooh.
not identical.
Noticing for the first time though when he just jumped back up onto his feet, his helmet nearly flew off his head.
That helmet is not up to par.
I think there's a reason why he doesn't wear it for most of the movie.
Here, take a whip. Why is he throwing a whip?
I wish they'd thought of the thing they did in Conquest where he has just the skull part, but he wears it all the time sooner, so that they could do it in this fucking movie.
Something about Shao Kahn with a whip just completes the ensemble, like the BDSM
Yeah,
whip.
it's true.
It makes him go full BDSM. There's no two ways about it.
Shadaloo is right about Sonya's acting. This actress doesn't look like she knows really what's going on. Like I don't think she
Yeah,
knows the
that's what
Sonya
she-
character.
I like how they milk.
That right now, where's the camera? Should I not look at the camera? It's catering.
I like how they do the slow-mo milking for his sunglasses, like we're supposed to feel bad. No, his sunglasses.
It's foreshadowing.
Well, wait a second. Those were broken in the last movie. How did he get them back?
Those were $200 sunglasses, asshole. They were in his back pocket.
You can overnight ship.
MK9 Johnny, he carries a spare pair. What is the story with that force field Raiden just made anyway? Was that... Lightning doesn't work that way.
Whatever it is, it's some sort of killing field.
The editing in this movie
is
literally could have destroyed Khan's army in a single move and didn't. What?
And it's gone.
I like how he just stared at it while he just gets hit by it.
We'll miss you, not Ashby.
Under Shiva's face for no reason.
Those arm effects look terrible. Like, Shiva, the way she was casted is fine.
Her shitty grid is great.
Do her wind pose as they all teleported away?
They basically do, yes.
You're still like 5 seconds ahead.
And they did it wrong.
You're commenting before it happens. You're spoiling this for everyone.
4, 5, going.
It's disorienting to the listeners to hear you comment on it before it happens.
What the fuck is this pedestal they have him up on anyways? What is does it even look like anything?
It becomes the Tormentor from MK9 later.
Okay, fair enough.
That's effective.
Or are there two statues that look identical? Like, when the Molina mud pit fight happens, is that supposed to be this place? Or are there just randomly more statues?
They're just that lost. I want to point out that Shao Kahn said annihilate them, like he'd never heard the word before.
There is something strange about his speech. Like, I don't want to say English is his second language, because it's not that bad, but something's off.
Well, I think he's an American actor.
Yeah, I think. I'll tell you, he talks normal on fucking Star Trek.
No, there's a lot of bad direction in this film. You can tell there's no way it could just be the actors. Like Sonya, for example, doesn't look like she knows where the camera is. Like I don't put it entirely on them, but
I've heard a lot of rumors about the catering in this project, and when I say catering, I really mean a lot of drugs were brought onto the set. I would not
like seriously.
Yes, seriously. I have heard some stories. It would not surprise me to learn that at any given time, at least 3 people involved with filming were high. A movie this bad can...
Lisa Soto does come from modeling, so I wouldn't be surprised if she was coked up right now.
No, that would not take me by surprise. For like Robin Shaw looks sober as a bird, but
well, here's an interesting fact: didn't he choreograph all the fight scenes in this movie?
I hope not.
I think he did, because
if he did, I don't want to know. Robin Shaw has great hair and charisma. That is Robin Shaw. I don't want to lose that. Well,
he choreographed him versus Reptile in the first one,
which was good.
I actually think the fight scenes overall in this movie are a little better than the first one.
Well, this is my 3rd time seeing it ever.
Just the fight scenes, obviously.
I can't. I wish I could just even give it that, but I really just can't. There's a lot of just unnecessary posing and posturing and general silliness going on.
But at the same time, it's sort of like comparing a lightsaber fight in A New Hope to one from the Star Wars prequels.
Well,
there is a lot of unnecessary flippy shit, but at the same time, there's more energy and speed.
He just wastes his torch like that. I don't understand.
That was a good torch. The editing seems really disorienting during the fight so far. Like, I had a lot of trouble. Like, it was hard to talk and watch at the same time.
As much as, like, 14-year-old me fucking loved Raiden versus Khan for using all kinds of game moves, that is the worst fight in the movie.
Just green screen.
Editing,
no,
like that.
I actually have to give worst fight to something that's upcoming. We'll see it. I'll tell you when we got
that. Was the worst editing right there. The like stop motion on the spinning ball.
Of course, Raiden just like chooses to go with
match up with Sonya.
Yeah.
And back to American Gladiators we go.
Someone wrote this. Someone designed those fucking gerbil balls.
They are
They could
from.
have designed them any way they wanted. They could have been a fucking
Couldn't they have
train.
just teleported them around? Why did the writer?
It's because those balls come from American Gladiators. They were actually brought right there from the set of that show for cost-effective reasons. There was this American Gladiators event where like they like roll around in a cage or whatever the shit it was, and like they try to knock each other around if I remember right. And yeah, this is blow for blow imported right from the American Gladiator set.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that the Canadian guy knows the most about American Gladiators?
And I watched a lot of fucking UPN while waiting for, guess what, MK Conquest to come on. That was the shit that I got up here from you guys.
Damn, UPN,
Thanks.
that brings me back, man. Fucking home of the Dilbert cartoon.
So, this is... Like, how would you know this guy is Shao Kahn? Because we didn't see him remove the armor. He's just suddenly completely dressed differently.
Better question, how would you know this guy is Shinnok?
You wouldn't? Well, no, if you look real close, his costume actually has the amulet, but the gem is red.
So close! So close!
Dude, this guy looks like his eyes are so wide. It's like this dude has like a 24-hour boner all the time. Like he's always looks like.
And it
kind of a
glorious. That's the best
line. I would expect, like, if you reverse engineered the process that turned Hamato Yoshi into a rat.
Unnecessary front flip.
Like, he's if Splinter became a human. He has the face of a human rat.
Oh,
And the other guy, the guy playing Shinnok, looks like an evil George Carlin to me.
Which isn't bad.
I think I would actually like to see in-game Shinnok just move straight back and forth without using his feet.
That would
I don't
be
know
so...
why.
Just sliding around, yeah.
Seriously.
Like, there's no animation for his dash, he's just moving in place. That would be amazing.
Do it without, like, getting it to look like a glitch or something, and you might actually have something there. And I won't lie.
That's the power that
like
being an Elder God grants you. You can move without walking.
I feel like I have to go back and, like, watch all of Xena and Hercules to see if I can spot Shinnok's cloak. I feel so sure this is, like, that is just a bit of cast-off from one of those two shows.
I just don't get it. The first one made so much money. Why was the budget for this movie so shit?
That is a seriously good fucking question.
Catering.
I don't understand.
I'm telling you.
Better than the first one because they use all the resources. They're like the first one proves, look, this is profitable. Let's make the second bigger and better. But this fucking backslid
badly.
I'm serious. I heard it was quote-unquote catering.
Well,
like
a whole lot of blow on the set doesn't account for the fact that they got the cinematographer from the first one to direct instead of the actual director. Or that, you know... Basically, everything kind of follows from that. The lower budget, I'm sure.
Oh, here it is. Here he comes. The only thing I can like about this movie. The only real thing I can enjoy.
You mean Gray Sector?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. I want to point out though that like at this time I had like one of those like game guides for Ultimate MK, and it for some reason discolored the smoke art from MK3, like Tobias' smoke art. It actually was great. I'd see it in most of the places.
Yeah. There's a lot of like.
I love this.
It was real inconsistent.
Fight song, by the way.
I can't hear it. Volume's too low.
Some of them would color smoke gray. I have one that colors him purple but makes his mask gray or something.
Yeah, he was always gray in the concept art in my strategy guide.
I like him purple better.
Are those fans that are not, like, flipped open yet?
Yeah, no, she flips them open at the very end of the fight for no reason, just to show off, oh, they were fans all along. That's an A for effort.
Well,
I think we have
all their...
She blocks him by opening.
Actually, something that is enjoyable about this movie is the soundtrack. Again, it didn't get that wrong.
Yeah. It definitely
there it is.
Capture the same vibe as the first one in the music.
It was a little bit less industrial, a bit more EBM. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. But yeah, I still got into a few bands because of this. Not too many.
If you watch that scene, what's up?
No, just the flips and corkscrews. Just fun.
Well, if you look at the scene, he actually flips in front of the missile. Like, he didn't need to move. The missile was already going over him. Like,
yeah. And, like... the editing is weird on the flip, too. Like, he suddenly changed direction in midair.
yeah. And I'll be honest with you, like, this cyborg design isn't really that bad, to be honest with you. Like, this is totally acceptable.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's okay as an adaptation.
Yeah,
There are so many things wrong with what I'm seeing right now, though.
Shut up,
Yeah, you just froze him. It's the only time you get Sub-Zero in the movie.
Your friend was just killed in front of you. You have nothing to say about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I killed you in the tournament, not put a giant Sharpie marker on your face.
Hey, that scar looks like a scar.
It's just red
It
enough
looks
to be
more
like
like a
the game.
scar than John Turk and MK3 had.
It'd be a little bit worse around the underside of the lid.
Would you prefer they painted a big red triangle on his face?
Kind of,
Okay.
actually, maybe.
Not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of the triangles.
Alright. Props
They
to the
tried-
triangle.
They tried, just not hard enough, you know? It wasn't that hard.
The suit actually doesn't look bad either. Like, I find this Sub-Zero suit to be incredibly acceptable.
I don't know. I think there's something weird going on where all the MK3 ninjas in this movie, they have a different shape for the squares on their vest.
I think with Ermac is
I actually kind of
especially
enjoyed that touch.
Yeah, Ermacs are fucking hexagons.
Yeah, that's the only time. But like, this is okay. I can do this.
I remember hearing that Rain's costume actually wound up in someone's private collection a little while back. It went up on eBay.
Yeah, I remember when you could used to buy, like, replicas of those, yeah.
Okay, that's sick. I'm not gonna lie. This movie sucks, but that was sick.
Yeah.
Am I still ahead? Does everyone know what I said? Sick.
I don't know.
What's sick?
The clone.
The ice clone.
Oh, no, I just got the ice clone right now.
Okay, I'm
I just
pausing
passed
again.
it. Yeah, give us like 5 seconds. No, 3.5.
You just kicked Scorpion, he's doing it now.
Yeah, Cyborg and I are in the exact same place. They're fighting. Body slam! Kick! Yes, folks, this ice is very unstable, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, Scorpion just fell down on mine. Now he's sliding. Whee!
Why are you even kicking that ice over? What was the point of that?
Well, he needed room to jump down.
Yeah.
This fight's a lot better than I remember it being, honestly. I don't remember
Yeah,
this
like I
extensive
said,
fight.
the fights in this movie are not bad.
No,
Was
that's
this like
good.
in the uncut version? Because I don't
bad,
ever
the
remember
fights are.
seeing this.
No, I always liked this as a kid, definitely. This fight scene was always pretty good.
The kicks are pretty.
There's only one weird moment, and it's like that flippy thing where he ends up on top of him somehow.
Yeah, that's coming
Yeah,
in a
it's
second.
like
Okay, I need to
It's, like,
pause
it's
again
supposed to
then.
be like, it's
Tell
supposed to be like an
Ron
air
White.
throw or something.
He
I don't
just
know
kicked
how I got
Scorpion
like
in the
12
head.
seconds ahead of you guys. I think Netflix like runs.
Okay, yeah, bad
right.
cut there. Kick, short pause, flip backwards, and yep, air throw. What was that?
Yeah, I just got the flip thing right there, right now. He just landed on him.
I like how Scorpion's teleport. He looks like he turns into a jigsaw puzzle and the pieces melt.
I would actually not mind seeing someone have that. It's a cool teleportation effect.
It's
Just-
kind of a cool
It's
effect.
the
I just
update.
It's not
still
very
in a movie.
fiery or ghosty, but I'll take it.
Scorpion
And then-
says, "Yes, you certainly are suckers. Every one of you."
I like how the
Every
portal
one of
looks like
us.
Jello. I mean, that's not inconsistent. There was a literal Jello portal at the end of the first movie. But this one looks like exploding Jello grabbed him from behind.
Also, I do love how he jumps forward to teleport backwards.
Yeah, right?
I love how Sub-Zero's like, you're alone. No one can help you.
I was
And
supposed to escort you
Sub-Zero
both.
can't because...
Fuck
And then he
you, I'm
disappears
leaving.
like Batman.
I was supposed to escort you both, but now the pretty one's gone. I have no reason to be here. I have to mourn my dead robot friend. Bye.
Yeah, he's just kind of jogging away like, that guy's weird, don't want to hang.
And then they're still in the damn hamster ball? Jeez. Raiden really milked that
Medical
time with
Research
Sonya.
Facility, Oahu, Hawaii. You're
Again,
supposed to be in Hawaii right now.
if you were trying to save on budget, why use American Gladiator spheres when you could have just had Raiden teleport people?
Take out all that scenery. Money saved. You could have more catering.
It's not even logical. What if you miss one turn? You're just fucked.
Yeah, right? You have to drive those things through a fucking lava chasm.
Now here comes the scene I like of this movie.
Was this fight good? I can't remember.
I like it. I like it.
It
I'm gonna
has
be honest,
Sub-Zero
I
was
really-
better than I thought.
like
I
all
really
the
like
fights, it
this
has
guy
some
as
good moments,
Jax.
too.
Yeah, he makes a good Jax.
I think Jax might actually be the best actor in this fucking movie.
Honestly, you're not kidding. Lynn Red Williams is the man. Lynn Red Williams.
He's an actual American Gladiator. They got the balls and they got him. It was a discount sale.
He came inside the balls, dude. When he arrived in the ball.
He's like, okay, if you're gonna use the hamster balls, then you gotta use him.
Gosh darn it, Jax. What have you done to yourself now?
Yeah, why
We'll see,
does
we'll
he
see,
put
we'll
the arms
see.
on in this canon? Like, he's never done anything.
That club scene broke him. He didn't feel strong enough, I guess. I don't know.
And, like, later in the movie, they still push the self-confidence angle where it's like, you don't need those arms, you're strong enough on your own. It's like, man, who was he fighting before the invasion that he needed fucking robot arms?
You know, up until MKX, I always actually kind of liked the self-confidence angle.
No, I still prefer the self-confidence angle.
Thank you.
Like, in the canon of the games, it makes perfect sense because he was supposed to get his ass beat by Kentaro.
Cyrax has a message for the viewers of this film. Death
He's not wrong.
is the only way out.
Actually, he's half wrong. I think you and I are finding the way out right now. It's at the bottom of the bottle.
This is some nice beer, folks. Just saying.
At least they got
Now,
his powers
Cyrax,
right.
Cyrax looks a little bit long to me in comparison to Smoke because it's the rib segments. I don't know what it is, but he just looks wide.
Yeah, he does look a
There's
little
that
bit
and the
beefier.
fact that they reversed the colors on his helmet, so he's more yellow than gray.
Well, in combat, like, the phantasm balls he shoots out make a lot more sense, like, in an actual fight, as opposed to dropping bombs on the ground and hoping that they stay there for 3 seconds.
Yeah. Slow motion fall.
Not glass. Shao, what?
I know, right?
It is not.
And I like
That
how he
drum
makes
makes a
the
lot of sense,
I like how
yeah.
he makes the robotic noises as he's fighting him. That's good.
Yeah, I miss those from the games. I
Same
don't
here.
like that they grunt like people now. I want my...
I gotta say, I do like the kicking the monitor right into the guy's face. That's a good touch.
But it doesn't work,
I like
though,
that he
because when he
fakes the
falls
spin
back,
kick.
there's no monitor.
Damn it, how am I always still like 5 seconds behind everyone else? Is this just like a slow video? What the hell?
Yeah, dude, like, I'm like, I think, like, 5 seconds
I
behind
have
Razor
paused
and 2
twice
seconds
to
behind
let you catch
Shadow
up,
so...
but you're still fucking...
I'm watching the net fly out right now, by the way.
I'll tell you when it happens for me.
Oh, damn. I
Okay,
don't-
I'm pausing.
It just flew out now.
Alright.
The guy's getting melted now.
Okay, and now he's falling down, right?
Now he fell down.
Pausing again
Like
for
I
a
said,
second.
I don't know what the hell happens. It's like I must be.
You're like
30
0.5
seconds
speed.
now. What the hell?
Are
I
you
know.
watching this on, like, Laserdisc or, like, what?
No, dude. I'm just recording it for everybody else to see. I don't know why it's taking so long. It seems like it's playing at normal speed, so I don't know. It's weird. Jax
Maybe
just
actually
destroyed
look
a
at its
monitor.
Poot, poot, poot! Yeah, now what? Now what, Nethercast fans? What
Now what?
This is what every like tournament player wants to do to Cyrex. It's just like we've all felt this way.
This is what I expect to be doing every time I play as Jackson. It never works out that way.
Yeah, like high-level Jax is incredibly unorthodox. You're doing like full-screen ground pounds and baiting out fucking flip kicks from Sonya. It's weird. And then you're doing
I just want to be the strong, powerful guy. Is that so much to ask? How about maybe you don't make the multi-slam so many fucking buttons?
Yeah, no, it's weird. And even now, he still plays more like Cammy than he does the big, strong, powerful guy, so...
This movie really is so awesomely bad, I do just want to say, yeah, now what, after every hit.
Yeah.
Did she, like, grab him during recharge time? Is that what's going on here? Why didn't he fucking move?
I love that throw, by the way. Going over his head.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
See, it's this movie that always made me want a Cyrex net fatality and just to see it in the game. And
she's staring down her chest.
Unfortunately, in MK9, I wasn't like a big fan of it. Just splitting them up. I want them to like melt it like that.
The net
I wanted to be cubed.
Squares.
Yeah,
was really a cool idea, but the graphics weren't there to fucking support it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were, but it would have been way too expensive and time-consuming to animate it. I think they could have done it if they tried, but it just...
I don't know. I'm the kind of guy who feels like if you can't do it right, save it for a later... Like,
no, I'd agree.
On the fucking whiteboard and wait for the next game, and maybe do it then. Don't give me he falls apart in, like, chunks when I want cubes.
Yeah, and I back in the MK9 days, I told people, like, guys, this fatality isn't good. I'm sorry. Like, I like the idea as much as you do, but this fatality is not good.
I like how the tattoo is, like, right over the bomb for some reason.
The tattoo
that
is
tail,
like...
holy shit.
How many slow motion falls do these guys need?
This fucking blue screen explosion, man.
Oh, Rain's fucking,
This is Rain's next shine.
This is where Rain...
Remember
this is where Rain
reigns
reigns
see it again later in the movie.
That's true.
Yes.
He does get a cameo later on.
Tim, the Toolman Taylor Centaur. I'm sorry, he just looks like fucking Tim Allen. He does.
He
does.
His hair's a pompadour. What the hell?
He kind of looks like, what's his name? The guy from Jackass? Johnny
Knoxville, yeah.
Johnny Knoxville, yeah.
It too.
Are they supposed to have a hilarious sexual tension, or is it just me?
There is something about this moment, yeah.
I like how they casted someone with an actual troll face to play Rain. Like, he's so troll face looking in this fucking scene. I love it.
Like, it's just his eyes, but he's totally doing it, yeah.
His mask is also way
mouth
too big.
And there's the extent of our relation to Cabal and Stryker.
Apparently, there was supposed to be a deleted scene where we actually see them escape the dungeon.
But it will never happen.
This movie already had too many characters in it. It's only an hour and a half long.
Yeah, Rain posed and died. That's his contribution to this movie.
Yeah.
I like how Ermac was the only one there who looked remotely alarmed. It's like...
It's because he's the only other colored ninja in there. He's probably like, oh shit.
He's next.
If he would hammer him into the fire, I'm next.
He makes a colored ninja later just to avoid this very scenario. Like, it's a thing.
And Khan's Shadow Priests back there don't look so much like Shadow Priests as they do like mini pyramid heads.
Oh, there are Shadow Priests? I didn't even see them.
Yeah, there are Shadow Priests in this movie?
Maybe this is because I'm watching the blur, but yeah, there's two of them behind the doors, behind Shao Kahn.
I'm mesmerized by Ermac's hexagons. I can't. They're even on the cheeks of his fucking mask.
I will say, this is probably the best Sindel's ever looked, like, in terms of just, like...
Well, yeah, because she's actually a hot lady and not an old grandma.
Well, she's not just hot, like, she's exceptionally hot. Like, she's like a South American or model or something like that.
Well, the only other thing I've seen her do is she was in an episode in season 1 of Buffy where she plays, like, an insect lady that seduces Xander.
Hot.
They called her Devora.
She actually has like almost the exact same makeup as a goth chick that I knew in CJEP college for you Americans.
Hot.
That is hot.
Maybe,
I want to see that.
maybe that explains a little bit. Anyway,
And
Oh,
suddenly
okay.
it's daytime.
Onward,
Earth realm.
Did Nightwolf snarl in the distance on purpose, or was that just an incidental snarl, like he didn't know?
There are many wolves in the desert. Only some
someone
of the
someone
night
just someone just off camera was just like sleeping off the coke binge, and that was what he actually heard while they were filming.
They actually ate that animal down to the bone, and then
Can we go back and
basically
talk for a
passed out.
second quick about how MK9 actually stole plot points from the shitty fucking movie? This was the only time Sindel had ever been a general, and then they fucking took that.
So now you know what they look to for information.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
Must wrestle with the camera. This camera's kicking my ass in slow motion.
Nightwolf, that is not a way to introduce yourself anywhere ever. And that
cool,
CGI
huh?
looked bad. Like
Pretty
his half
cool,
Nightwolf,
huh?
half.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, it stings. That animation just ooh.
I think Nightwolf is a pretty cool guy. It has bad CG and doesn't afraid of anything.
Still loving that Ultimate Warrior makeup.
I'll give him
I
this.
ex-
They put the wolf logo on the back of his vest. MK9 didn't do that. I missed that logo.
See, now I'm waiting for it.
See, I actually, for some reason, I don't know what it was, but like, when I first read about Nightwolf, like, before MK3 came out, I could have sworn that, like, earlier builds had it with, like, a Stone Temple Pilots fit. No, that's it. No, I'm confusing it. The novelization of this movie says that Nightwolf is wearing a Stone Temple Pilot's vest. That's what I
That
remember.
works in my opinion. That's actually pretty cool. That would make sense for his
Because
character.
the whole thing with Nightwolf that's supposed to separate him from, like, Chief Thunder and T-Hawk is that he's supposed to be, like, a hip modern guy. Like, he's not supposed to be dressed so much like an Indian as, like, a biker.
Yeah, and it's more like the feathers and whatnot are like a trinket. Like it's not like part of a uniform. It's just something he wears.
Who throws
Like,
a
he's
hatchet
a
to
historian
knock
in his
somebody
day
out like
job.
that?
Like, he's a fucking professor or something. Like, he lives in the real world and he only does this fucking magic shit on the reservation as, like, a hobby.
Yeah, he's a paid historian.
I'm just, like, imagining him in fights now with his headphones on, like, humming Vaseline to himself. Down.
Is it you? Is it me? I don't know.
This vision quest that Liu Kang is on because he got hit in the face with a hatchet. Fucking Kitana's suddenly blonde.
This is trippy to see Katana go to Khan, go back to Katana, go back to Khan. That's got to be a bit of a mindfuck.
There's
You go back to Nightwolf.
Freudian in there, you know, love and death, Eros and Thanatos.
Oh,
This is where your sexy dreams belong. This is where they don't belong. You know his double chin is mesmerizing, but please, stay focused.
why did we go back to the Jello portal? Why did he flash back to that? Like, what was that relevant?
Well, it's helping him feel his animality, what can I tell you?
So apparently Nightwolf and fucking Sub-Zero in a bar somewhere, because no one wants to help Liu
Yeah,
Kang.
it's just fucking peaced out.
This guy
Like, well,
gets
he's
bailed on.
unconscious, I gotta leave. So at least this movie remembered to have the reservation in it, unlike MK9.
And this is
You suppose-
Jade?
Jade made it snow, or did it just happen to snow when he woke up?
Hey man, the deserts get fucking cold at night.
That's
Jade.
like not just cold, that's precipitation. Like it's...
Nightwolf is supposed to be from, like, the mid-north, like, North Dakota, that sort of area.
You know what, they're going to do that. Might as well just make him Canadian at that point. Just make him like go another 200 miles up, and he's Canadian. That works better in my opinion.
Preaching to the choir of Shadaloo right now. On and on about how he wants Nightwolf to be a Canadian.
Like, I try to plug him whenever I can. He genuinely is one of my favorite
Someone needs
characters.
to be. Someone has to be.
I don't know. I think him being Canadian would make that MK3 ending where his people conquer America a little weird.
I am
forgot about
not
that.
seeing the problem with this. Burn your White House down again, motherfuckers! Sorry, Logus.
I, for one, welcome our Canadian overlords.
Was that a callback to the 1812? Are you fucking...
Yes, you guys call it a skirmish, we call it a war. But the important part is, like, Jade's being spurred right now, and hey, we're about to get some Juno Reactor with Conga Fury. Juno Reactor, a very steady presence on all these MK movie soundtracks.
I do think of this song as the Jade theme song even to this day.
So do I.
Much like the song that played over the reptile fight in the first one is Reptile's theme.
Pretty much. By the power of the moon, I have clothes on.
Also, her hair's suddenly in a bun, and the staff appeared from nowhere.
Oh,
You know,
God.
out of all the character inconsistencies and all the bad adaptation, or adapting, I guess I should say, this is like the only one that really bothers me. I don't like how Jade was handled in this movie.
I feel like her pants need some green.
Yeah, maybe like a decal or something.
I don't have a problem with the clothes. I just have a problem that she's Asian instead of black.
Evil instead of good kind of bothers me too.
Those looks on her face, too, while she's trying to choke him.
Half the cast of Mortal Kombat is Asian people. There's only, like, 2 black characters. Did we really need to lose one?
Yeah, well, at least in this point of time, exactly, yeah. It would have been nice.
I'm gonna say, though, as it is a little trippy to see Jade thoroughly evil. But I do, I'm kind of a defender of the whole...
Anya in this movie. That's the weird thing.
I am kind of a defender, as you guys know, of the whole Bihan as an evil sub kind of dealie. So seeing a Jade that could have been, that one that kind of makes that choice to serve Khan rather than her friend, it's intriguing to me. I'm not saying it's right, but it's intriguing. I guess I do gotta thank this movie for showing us a little bit of that.
I guess I don't like the way it concludes. Like, when she gets eaten by a statue or some shit, I can't remember.
Oh, God,
When
yeah,
that
it's
happens.
Fucking the Tormentor. That's another thing. MK9 stole another thing that this movie did first.
There's the Shadow Priest. Okay, I got you now, Shadowloo. I see what you're talking about. That was actually...
Just 2 of them. That's all they could afford.
And they do have
I'm
the
just gonna
cone hat
accept
thing.
this video is slow because I'm still a Jade and Liu Kang.
Pausing again.
I'm actually a little bit behind Temp Shadaloo because I paused for you.
I'm just telling. I don't give a shit about me. I'm just saying the viewers are going to be trying to watch this, and everybody's like saying something 5 seconds before it happens.
I'm pausing.
Okay, what are you seeing right now?
Katana's in a cell right now.
Okay, then you're maybe 5 seconds behind.
Yeah, right now I've got Shao Kahn offering her a mug.
Yeah,
Same here. That's where I am now.
Okay, good. That's where I'm
All
at.
right, whatever you want to
We're in
call
sync.
it.
We're good.
Like I said, we'll check back in like 5 minutes, and you guys will be 20 seconds ahead. So I don't know how it works. I don't know how that's possible.
Maybe
That
it's the
mug
Blu-ray,
looks so
but
shitty.
I never really noticed like the little mole under her nose.
I still haven't. Now I'm going to be looking for it. It's first the Shadow Priest, then the mole.
Okay, she just spit in his face.
For everyone.
Okay, pausing again.
You just
What?
jumped like 10 seconds ahead within like 5
Yeah.
seconds.
You do have to give it up for the lighting effect here, or the way this was filmed, like with half of her face in shadow behind the cage. Good touch. Good touch.
I appreciate how much purple there is in Outworld.
Bitches don't know
Take
about
a-
my purple.
take a few notes from that.
Hint, hint, NetherRealm.
Why is the water on fire?
Why wouldn't it be?
Okay, fair enough. It's out. It's twisted.
Bitches don't know about my Outworld.
The vest, I guess, is also a precursor in this movie as it was to MKX. I didn't think about that till now. The vest made a comeback in MKX from this movie.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
I like the vest. Dude, I fucking love the
good look.
vest. Like, if
Are
I
we
didn't
sure
look
we
like
don't
the
actually-
kid, I'd wear one.
Are we sure we hate this movie? Are we sure?
I have a strange relationship with it.
Yeah, I still hate it. I'm still not a fan.
Oh no. Find as much to like about it or cite it as inspiration, frighteningly enough, as we are putting it down.
If you guys weren't here, I'd be clawing at the walls.
Who the hell is Johnny? Who the hell is Johnny? No one knows anymore. Certainly not Lyndon Ashton's for damn sure. I'm on my second beer, folks. Second.
Still sipping on that tap water.
I gotta say, I kind of regret that in his very brief cameo in the first movie, the guy who played Jax was not nearly as sassy as this.
That guy has passed on, hasn't he?
Lynn Rand Williams or the first Jax?
The first Jax.
Why you gotta bring me down like that?
That's unfortunate if true.
Yeah, now see, is this just a statue that happens to look the same, or are they somehow in the spot where Johnny died and it's turned into a fucking cliffside?
No, I think that...
Somebody moved it there just to mess with Sonya.
First, I think that they gave the camera woman a couple of sighs and just rolled her forward.
All right, Melina's
This
going
might fight
towards
though.
her right now.
Pausing
Just did a
again.
flip. What the hell?
2-second pause. 1,
Now,
2...
Talisa Soto's
Tell
not
you-
in this scene, so why couldn't she have played Melina? You know, her twin fucking sister?
That would make a lot of sense considering that Sonya mistakes her for Katana, another thing MK9 stole from the Annihilation movie, so...
You'll notice
Because-
everything they land on and like hit always wiggles. That's always
I think that maybe Talisa Soto had a bit more decency than to be involved in a mud fight.
Come on, man, she's a professional model.
I
It's like a
guess.
pastime for them.
It's not exactly
But it's
an
not
innocent
Jello,
sound
though!
bug.
Jello! I remember hearing that there was like a nip slip somewhere around here. I don't know. I can't
Maybe it's because this chick's an actual stunt woman and she can fight. That's probably too logical. Again with the fucking tattoos.
I halfway expect Melina to also be carrying a bomb for some reason. Don't ask why, I just do.
Does that mean Melina just died from a kick in the face?
I think she should just be unconscious. I remember that in the novelization,
Often they die, don't they? I thought that was the deal.
I don't know. And how does kicking the crap out of its leg make it recede back into the ground?
Yeah, like, what the fuck just happened?
Roar! No, in the novelization, they're a little bit more overt about it. I think that she also snaps Melina's neck.
Yeah, I'm sure it was supposed to be a neck snap, but it didn't look that way.
Wait, so
Or
when
actually,
the portal
I remember-
opens in the sky, or... Wait, I'm confused. Are they merged? Is this Earth Outworld, or is this just Outworld?
They're still in Earth, because in a
Okay,
moment
alright,
they actually travel to Outworld. Like, the merger is not that far along that they're the same place yet.
Gotcha, okay.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Thailand,
I like how Raiden
out there?
is a god. In order to communicate with other gods, must go to a temple in Earth. Like, he can't just teleport to heaven.
movies kind of played it really fast and loose with what it was and wasn't that Raiden could and couldn't do.
Yeah.
I'd say that movie Raiden is drastically less powerful than game Raiden.
That would make sense. What doesn't
know
make
what-
sense is that the movie doesn't actually tell you one of the three guys he's about to talk to is Shinnok.
And what really bothers me is a Christopher Lambert impression is not even that hard. He could have done the voice. Anyone can do that voice, to be honest with you. It's like a Snake Plissken voice. Anyone can do it. Like, there's a lot of not trying in this movie.
Yep.
Okay, so
Didn't
one of
do
these
it.
guys Razor, you said that one of these guys is Shinnok?
I'm
I
not.
never knew this.
The wind
Two
guy
exceptions.
is actually supposed
Maybe that's
to
what he
be
said.
Shinnok.
I'm
I
not
had
doing
no
it.
idea about this.
Yeah, like I read that in like an interview or some behind the scenes thing, or like it's supposed to be part of the plot that like he's just lying to Raiden's face right now.
Huh. Would make a lot more sense.
I think half the budget on this movie was spent on candles.
That is a
I do
lot.
love the watery MK dragon thing that he's sitting in, though.
It does have the CGI feel to it, but it doesn't look terrible.
I can't like. What is it? Burning water? What's going on with that CGI dragon?
This movie does like its burning water, doesn't it?
It's a fan.
Why does he look like he's gonna cry? He's gonna cry, huh?
Where did Sonya, like, find new identical clothes? That
Yeah,
are
like
covered-
she's not just clean; she's also completely dry. I'm also wondering why they didn't like use the spheres again, like to get back. Like they traveled on land the other way.
Where the hell did they even meet?
Yeah, where is this? Is it Thailand?
That they could
or
both be
somewhere
within
in
walking distance within of each other.
Are we on the Eurasian continent? Like, cause Sonya picked up Jax in America.
Sonya picked up.
I know Lou was in America. That's
Sonya
where Nightwolf lives.
Sonya picked up Jax in Hawaii. It said so on the on the cage outside the installation.
Really?
Liu Kang, yeah, it said Oahu, Oahu, Hawaii.
That's weird.
And Liu Kang right now, we just saw was like somewhere in the Hopi Mesa.
Yeah.
So they gotta have taken a ball or something behind the scenes.
There is.
They probably did take a ball behind the scenes. An 8-ball.
I love these Power Rangers knights. They're wonderful.
Extremely armored.
Just grab all the loose fencing equipment you can possibly find and spray paint it chrome.
This is actually much nicer than anything in Power Rangers. Like if the putties rode horses, they would be far more intimidating.
Okay, Raiden literally teleported out of the middle of the screen.
He sure did.
I never noticed how bad that was before. Holy shit.
This is my favorite thing to shit on in the whole movie, that he's suddenly become hatless Kung Lao. Like he's completely changed his clothes to a different color scheme and cut his hair short for no reason.
I've become mortal. That means I must have shitty taste in clothing.
Seriously, I'm pretty sure somebody behind the scenes went, the only character from Trilogy who's not in this movie is Kung Lao. Let's dress Raiden like MK3 Kung Lao for no reason, just to fit it in there.
And make him blonde and old.
Act 3. He's also wearing Han Solo's vest for some reason.
It's like that moment in Jedi where fucking... Or was it the end of Empire where Lando is wearing Han's clothes?
There's a very Monty Python vibe to the fucking grunts.
You're not
it
wrong.
doesn't work.
No, there's only like 8 of them back there. I don't know why they're just running so fiercely.
I feel like Khan and Sindel are about to, like, go fight the fucking rabbit, yeah.
They're about to throw the grenade, yeah.
I'm just fucking imagining, like, Ermac running behind them with coconuts.
I will say
There's
Khan's
no
outfit does look
fatalities in
better
this
in this
movie.
scene.
They could have done the fucking Black Knight joke.
Yeah, like, this outfit works a lot better, in my opinion. Like, when he doesn't have the shitty skull face,
It would have worked better with a not shitty skull face, though.
That's true, I agree.
I feel like his
they could've
facial
just had a
features are
half-decent
skull-like
helmet.
enough.
They're pretty...
He's just got a very skull-like face.
They need to do some
Look
black
at it.
around the eyes.
I still think he looks like a rat that's been mutated into a man.
He's probably like the #1 Nethercast fan, and he's just so down on himself now.
Sorry,
I'm
dude.
sorry,
Try
Brian
it. We love
Thompson.
you for it. We love you for it.
I do like him. I think he is one of the best parts of this movie.
He's clearly enjoying his role more than most of the actors are theirs.
Like, even the Raiden actor, I can tell is kind of trying. Like, he's sort of putting some effort into it.
I honestly, like, he wouldn't bother me if he just had, like, a makeup application on his face, so he had that claw face Khan has under the helmet.
Yeah.
Because at least he's bald, which is more than I can say for the fucking Caesar-looking guy in Legacy.
Yeah, I still gotta watch Legacy. I didn't even know Khan was in Legacy.
When he went that way with Shao Kahn.
I still haven't seen him. I have to check it out then.
Yeah, it's the Catan and Melina episodes.
Ah, back to the land of purple.
Yay, Outworld.
Combat zone, bridge.
I like how it doesn't look like Agrabah.
I almost felt the games kind of missed their opportunity to have a really fused Earthrealm Outworld level like this.
The rooftop in 9 came close. Like, I liked elements of that. Obviously, I missed the parts from MK3 rooftop, like the portal in the sky.
They tried a little bit. They did.
Yeah.
I mean, like, really shit-looking like a bad teleporter accident kind of method.
I would like to see that sort of thing. Like, I do like kind of the landmarks merging into Outworld. Like, I'd like to see Outworld that has, like, the fucking a broken version of the Eiffel Tower or like the Golden Gate Bridge, something like that.
See, this is where shoulder guards would have really looked better.
Yeah.
Like, this looks awful.
It's like a bad pro wrestling ring attire.
Yeah, it hurts.
Just give the guy a sword and a shield and throw him into a gladiator pit with a line and get it over with.
It's like, this Khan is clearly a member of WCW's Dungeon of Doom.
Was sort of like a Road Warrior kind of vibe to him.
Yeah.
Now, the Road Warriors had shoulder pads.
Lord Humongous.
There you go. There's your shoulder pads.
But he's got the Road Warrior face. Like, he's doing Road Warrior expressions in, like, intonation. Like, it's all very, very Road Warrior.
Oh, what a rush!
Staring at a fire. Just staring.
He looks at a random ruin that looks like all the other ruins and go, oh, this must have been part of Edenia.
Okay, yeah, here comes one of my least and most favorite fight scenes in the whole movie, and I'll get to it. And am I the only one who doesn't just identify these guys as various Zaterans/chameleons? Because that's what I do.
They have to be. There's only one reptile, and he died in the movie.
I had a real problem with this back in the day, because it's like, how are we going to one-up the first movie? I have an idea. How about instead of not develop one reptile, we won't develop 3 reptiles? I'm like, okay, cool, I guess, maybe, no.
There's a big part of, like, pre-MK4 lore where I felt like both the movies and the games were really wishy-washy about whether Reptile was the only member of his race or not.
I got that one back there was playing
The second time Raiden just sat there and just got blasted by something.
Okay, and here it is,
teleport.
because there's so very little fighting going on in this actual fight scene. Most of it is actually a gigantic choreographed dance sequence.
Capoeira, yeah. It's
That's
just
true.
Capoeira,
Like,
that's all it is.
Really into this song.
There's just a moment where, yeah, they're just flipping.
No,
They're just flipping.
That's not a dance move. Raiden literally did a spinning heel kick at nothing.
I like where they're
just
just
to show he
kicking.
can
They're
do
just
it.
doing continuous roundhouses.
They're all whiffing, and no one's whiff punching.
Like you said, it's Capoeira.
It's the scene from Revenge of the Sith where Anakin and Obi-Wan are swinging their swords and not hitting each other.
How, like, the other two just went down after
Right
one
here, they
hit
do like
each so
5
they could
kicks
dance.
next to each other.
Yeah, they're actually making contact now. That's an improvement.
Okay,
I
and
like a
keep
little homage to
There
the
we go.
changing stages by knocking through the
Yeah.
ceiling.
just upper
Okay, so
president through it.
Raiden just knocked out one reptile. Where did the other two go?
They disappeared after being hit once. Meanwhile, Snell got knocked off camera. It's such a shit game.
You shall not pass.
And Sindel just knocked out off screen.
Yeah.
Shit, I think I need to pause again. I think I'm way ahead of that.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Must
maybe
be
there's
this
something
program.
to the fact, like plot-wise, to the fact that Sindel's knocked out by Jade off screen because they're both tricking them.
Possible.
I'm just thinking it must be this program that slows it or something.
It's hard because you're watching more Annihilation than we are. You're watching like an extra 15% of Annihilation that we don't have to watch.
Annihilation will last longer for you than it will for us.
Apparently.
I just want to point out that, like, those attendants, like, next to Connor holding some really stupid-looking fucking ornamental whatever the fucks they are.
Really?
They call those daggers.
Take a moment and savor it, Cyborg. Treasure these moments.
Taste the Annihilation.
And that was where we saw that Shinnok favors black nail polish and rings.
He sure
Shinnok,
does.
you and I are of a kin.
That's not
Yeah,
even
see, that
weird
I think works.
for him. He's German, obviously, so...
Am I sure I haven't seen that guy at the local golf club? I'm not sure. Water's still on fire.
Oh, is this the scene I think it is?
The one with Baraka?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Look for it.
Yeah,
You can
this
see
one.
the mouth beneath the mask.
Oh.
At least they put Baraka in the movie. Like, I didn't expect that. I thought of all the guys they'd forget, he'd be one.
It was cool to see him for a couple seconds.
Although, it's not really Baraka, it's like 2 or 3 Tarkatans who all dress the same. Which is a problem the games have, too.
I do like the fact that some of them are, like, wearing some hoods, though. It's cool. That's
Yeah.
actually the second time we've seen, like, a hooded Baraka in, like, Mortal Kombat media. Or a hooded Tarkatan. No, Baraka. Back in Jeff Rogan's novel, Baraka acted as kind of a sacrificial guy at the altar cutting people open, and he had a hood, and he cut out people's hearts and shit. I thought that was pretty cool. I can see a priest Baraka in sort of alternate timeline.
Would give him some fucking character.
You know?
And obviously they can't show the blades literally come out of the arm because there's nowhere for them to go, obviously.
Yeah, no,
so.
just cut to it real
Jesus
fast and play a special, like a sound effect. It'll be fine.
That fucking mask. The original Nosferatu mask, which just had some real fucking Lee press-on nails on it, and it would have looked better than this. It did look better than this.
There's also a lot of punch pulling because when he jumped on Liu Kang, he could have just put his blades down. He didn't need to fucking...
Yeah.
Future sound of London with We Have Explosive.
I always thought there was an easy solution to the whole, like, 2-foot blade coming out of your forearm thing. Just make it like Ivy's whip. Make it segmented so it can bend, and your problem is solved.
How did Baraka even get wrapped up in that chain?
That's a good question. I'm not
Why-
sure.
Why was he randomly taking swipes at Katana there? None of this fight makes any sense.
They fucked up his
And
shirt,
there's
too.
Rain.
It's like he's wearing, like, a chef's outfit. Like, it doesn't look right.
Yeah, right?
I'm watching in slow motion. He kicks him, and yeah.
Rain. Yep.
How bad did you have to be? How much of a budget did you blow on Clippers and
You
Blow?
can't even film a different guy falling in fire.
That was Jesus Christ. That is probably the movie's nadir right there, folks.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Or is it
poor
this
actress who
moment?
played Shiva.
That cage doesn't even look like it's falling that fast. Like, that's totally survivable.
Well, she literally did nothing but enter the room and get crushed. That was her entire contribution to the fight. Like,
Yeah.
We have no one for her to fight in the last scene. We don't have enough protagonists.
Well, apparently there was supposed to be a fight scene for her, they just didn't film it.
Whatever happened to Curtis Stryker and Cabal, I wonder?
He's talking
yeah.
about things. They're just, working things out.
Only this bizarrely kind of sensual ritual will bring your mother back to life. It's like that she's just been fucking knocked out, you know?
Well, obviously something magic happened because there was lightning.
This movie's hurting my back. I gotta adjust my chair. There we go.
I think Sindel's actress was at her most convincing for those few seconds after she woke up and she was faking it.
I think overall she's not.
Good
I mean, other than the
fluttering
spinning,
her eyes, that's true.
she's not really even that bad of an actress. Like, she's doing the best she can. Like, she's probably the most emotive of all the characters when she's not speaking. It's just, this is what she had to work with.
That's a good opinion, Temp. Too bad you
like one of
will
Dracula's
die.
brides sort of thing.
You know, ultimately, you are correct. Like, that's not a wrong statement.
And her hair just transformed into sharp dreadlocks. Nice.
Oh, it happened too quick.
It's a way of making it work. Meanwhile, I'm also evil, if anyone cares.
They should have seen it coming. Look at those eyebrows.
You know, the Sindel fan base is really big on the hair being a combative element, but I was always ready to let go of the hair. Like, I was thinking, using your hair to fight isn't really one of my favorite things about Sindel. If it goes away, I'm not really gonna miss it.
I just don't think that any character's moves should be forgotten, really.
Close your eyes, Dorothy. There's no place like
except for Sonya's
There's
square
no
wave
place
punch.
like
That
home.
can burn in hell.
I love how Jade just realized, wait, she's not taking me with her. Oh shit. Gotta
Yeah,
sneak
right?
out. Gotta sneak out. Oh god! I'm all disoriented. All these windows look alike.
I love how it's all suddenly Liu Kang's fault, even though Jax was fucking grab-assing her for like half the movie.
Well,
But it's like Kang's
spends
fault.
the whole rest of this scene yelling at people for no reason, like just because he doesn't understand what's going on.
What's going on?
He's like, "Wait, you're a god and your dad's a god? That doesn't make sense."
You're a god. You're a god. Your dad's a god. I got these
Everybody's a god.
confidence problems. And Nightwolf like Stone Temple pilots. And Talisa Soto could have been Melina. Why couldn't we afford footage for, Baraka dying? Why not?
Whose bright fucking idea was it to make tattoos a plot element? That's the part that bothers me the most about this fucking movie, honestly, that like, oh, nobody can go through a portal unless they have this goofy dragon tattoo.
It's one of those, we learned how to program CGI and we want to use it any way we can kind of
It doesn't even look like the
movie
MK
does
Dragon
have that
logo.
kind of
It's just a
fictional
random-ass dragon.
I do agree with you on that, Temp. Like, this movie has a gratuitous use of CG, even for the time. They were just going hog wild with it. They did
Yeah.
not have to.
They were just too excited. Why is Sonya surprised that his father is an elder god?
This is what I'm saying!
Your dad's
No,
an elder.
I see it now.
No, he's a Pokemon. Come on,
The entire
didn't you know?
basis of everybody being mad in this scene is that they don't know what the fuck a god is or something. Like, they don't...
You could have told us that, maybe. Then we could have maybe, I don't know, known that?
Yeah, that would have changed everything.
Is Raiden's father a welder? Does anyone know the answer to that? Can someone shed some light on that? No, maybe? Oh, God, yeah, that's kind of the same thing.
Dun, 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 dun. Who fucking cares? It's not important. Meanwhile, Khan's gotta slap a bitch.
You sure
Over
does.
what, though, I'm not exactly sure. Jade did her job. And then they both just kind of ran
Did
away.
she, though? Like, they just both ran away after laughing. They didn't actually do anything at all. They were both sent to kill the good guys.
Instead, they just... It's like
Shao
Shao
Kahn
Kahn
has a very valid point here.
He does, but I mean, you can actually see him taking out the inadequacies of this movie's script on her. And then he looks at this thing that's eating her like he's like, wait, when we put one of those things back there? Oh, okay, I'll run with it.
Yeah, like... He can make Tormentors come out of the walls, and by the way, this is the room where Liu Kang freed Kitana. Why wasn't that happening sooner?
And why is Motaro red? Is Motaro supposed to be red?
Also, looks like he just woke up for some reason. His head was down.
Why does he have a full head of hair greased all fucking...
And why does it look so good?
Yeah, right? He has perfect hair. Like Motaro...
And slap?
Talk. Because, you know, horses only have hair along their spine.
Okay, there's an entire kind of erotic subtext to Motaro in this film. First, they get kind of really freaky
like every
after
single
Shiva
scene.
jumps at him. And she slaps him and he's like, fuck yeah, do it again.
Yeah, he's basically like, please sir, can I have another with every woman he argues with, that's true.
Oh. This fucking movie. Oh, I'm about to get in the beer in a second.
I want that Motaro to exist in the game.
Kitana's outfit keeps almost looking blue, but I can't tell.
It's lights reflecting off it. That shit is black.
You sure about that last point, Razor?
Which explains perfectly why when Sonya saw somebody with their face covered, dressed in bright pink, she thought it was Kitana.
Of course.
We're all colorblind in Outworld anyway, folks.
Why does his throne look like a peacock? I don't fucking get it.
Why wouldn't it? They actually reused that throne set in Conquest.
Oh, amazing.
Isn't that the Game of Thrones throne? No.
Shao Kahn sits on the Iron Throne.
Why can't it be? I don't watch these things. It looks fine
Actually,
to
it
me.
would look a lot cooler if it was made of a bunch of swords welded together.
I just saw the Twin Towers back there. That's offensive. I have to edit that out now. That never happened.
It's been 14 years. At some point, we have to let it go.
I'm glad you guys acknowledge this.
And you're Canadian.
I don't actually give a fuck. I'm just pointing it out.
But there are people who are like that. That drives me
know.
insane.
Me too. Me too. But enough of that. Less intelligent things await us here tonight. Annihilation. I love how they just realized how bad it's gotten by looking at a few national monuments. Like, you saw the exact same shit
those were there
5
when
hours
you got
ago.
there.
And they're all standing around and just fucking posing. Shinnok standing at the bottom there, just below Shao Kahn, and the
Well, as
Open,
we learned in the
carrying
first
it.
scene of the movie, that is the main thing they like to do.
Sonya's like, yeah, I'll take the weirdo. Jax is like, what the fuck is that thing? I'm getting kind of horny looking at him.
Yeah, I like how somehow Ermac made it to the final battle. And, like, they like had nobody else for Sonya to fight, so they're like, fuck it, I guess these two are the matchup.
I love how Shao Kahn just seemed really drunk when he laughed just now. The movie just makes this entire point of disposing of everyone else as much as possible in order to just get straight one-on-one fights for the last fight scene.
Let's take a moment for Rain here.
Yeah. Remember the 2 times he died.
He valued life. He was on the wrong side.
Live once, die twice. That's Rain's motto.
It's like a James Bond title.
That's how Sons of Argus do it.
Removing the helmets.
See, Rain,
now
that's what
there's-
happens when you stand around and do nothing.
I try to point out that like that fire was like at least 10 feet behind him. I don't know. The angle was all wrong when they zoomed in on him. Then it was like the fire was immediately behind his head. Doesn't matter, he's dead now. Who cares? Slow motion of Liu Kang jumping to Raiden's aid. Why? No, you do not win. That was not a fight. You just
Because in a sad, dramatic moment, you gotta have slow motion.
That's the third time.
Where are
Third
you
time
at?
Raiden just stood there and watched himself get blasted by something.
Yeah, he never learns.
James Remar can do things. Man, he voiced Hawkman in the Justice League animated series, and his performance is literally the vocal version of standing there and doing nothing. I think if I had an archenemy on this earth, it would be James Remar.
Maybe he thought he was auditioning for an audiobook and he just kind of landed on this gig? I don't know. You know, those arm effects look good. Like, I think those actually look okay considering. And they're not even going to be there in a few minutes.
Yeah.
That tail from Motaro.
He's gonna make him eat that thing. No, he's not. Also, I really do love how limited Motaro's walking around on screen time is, so they don't have to animate CG too much.
Again, another idea MK9 got from this movie.
Gonna kick you? Nope. Gonna kick you? Nope. Gonna kick? Nope. Oh wait, no. Fuck. Ermac doesn't really know how to fight well, does he? That's why he's still around. He's been avoiding everything. All this is Liu Kang walks very slowly.
That shows how determined he is. Don't you know anything about cinematography?
Cracking my neck, waiting for you. Shinnok just kind of hanging out.
I keep at you. That will.
That scared face Liu Kang makes when when Shao Kahn fucking jumps at him.
I want to move where Shao Kahn throws his cloak at you.
So they just acknowledged that Jax can do the ground pound with those arms.
Yep.
And yet he's stronger without them?
No,
The
the
Earth
Earth
shone
wanted to win that fight. All he has to do is just face it the direction and back kick all day. It was clearly effective. I don't know why he stopped doing that.
Razor, you see, the Earth shook from its potential.
His potential. I don't know, I actually think he's doing better in this half of the fight. Like, it's more like Motaro just gives up.
He gets intimidated by his guns and fucking like, nah, I can't do this.
I'm tired of being in this movie, I think.
Oh, not the hair, Shao Kahn.
Yes! You took an arm! Well done! Yes! I see you! Leave me alone.
Oh, so the pompadour is a braid in the back. That is even more magnificent.
He worked on that.
And here's the moment where he realizes, I've been wrong about this.
And apparently Noob Saibot is a gel
Yes.
that's on Ermac's chest.
I can't
This is-
fight, but if there are two of me, and I mean this random guy...
When I think of telekinesis, I think of creating a small black ninja out of your chest. That's what comes to mind.
Yeah, right?
I mean, for many, many years, I figured there's no single image that encapsulates all that's wrong with this movie so much as Noob Saibot coming out of Ermac.
When you put it like
I don't
this.
know, I
are
would have gone for just a
necessary.
screenshot of James Remar's face.
You don't have.
But I have a
to
clear
everyone
bias.
movie. Okay. that a nut punch?
It was, not really. I mean, it sort of looks like Motaro's horse chest is armored, so I don't know why he'd hit him there, and that would be the big devastating thing.
What would have been cooler is if he caught the hooves and held him up and then pushed him over and knocked the fucking shit out of him. That would have been better.
It looks kind of like Ermac has Ninja Turtle chest plates there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Motaro's still kind of trying. They just Jack's dude actually aim for the head. He's played MK3. And down goes Noob Saibot.
I don't know if that's that accurate, MK3. He didn't just spam the jump kick.
And down goes Ermac. He tried. I kind of feel bad for the guy.
I feel bad for everybody, really.
That's a true statement. Like, this movie has a lot of injustice for a lot of people.
Feel your animality. Your animality. Your animality.
Your cheekbones right now.
Fucking.
Recycling the footage for 10 seconds. Just recycling it.
Did the dragon just do a kung fu pose?
Yes, it did. Sony's expression actually says everything. It really does. Oh, that's great. But you know who designed mine? H.R. Geiger.
Brian Thompson, now make a face like you're turning into a Hydra.
I love those 2 seconds where he looks like he's about to turn into a xenomorph.
I forgot about this.
How do you forget about this?
This is fucking weird.
I know, right? It's like I can't even... It's like if CGI were claymation, like...
You want to know why they ran out of money? It probably all went to this.
It's like the worst of both worlds.
Seriously, Beast Wars look better than
claymation.
this.
There is no form of, like, animation or stop motion or anything on the planet that I think looks faker and creepier and just messes with my head harder than claymation. So when CGI fucking imitates claymation, I'm like, oh god, no, fuck you.
Well, that's the thing. I want to say something, but I look at Shao Kahn's animality, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, I would censor that on network television. Like,
you guys might be lucky you ain't watching it in Blu-ray.
ooh.
I kind of see where you're coming from. There's something...
It's not pretty.
There's something wrong looking about it.
The necks have a very, I want to say, tentacle hentai quality.
Yeah, there's something very... The texture is very not right.
They are veiny, let's put it that way.
Yeah, it has a kind of texture to it that makes you think it would do horrible things to a nurse or a schoolgirl. Like, I don't like it.
It looks like a bunch of dicks. It looks like a bunch of dicks. A big wet sack of dicks.
How they do things up in fucking America's hat, Shadaloo, but
hey,
we don't talk like that down here.
Your face offends me too. But, okay, I love how they just touch him on the shoulder and they're like, it's quiet time now. And he just sort of sits down. Back to the old faithful 7-inch LP track.
Will be decided as it should be.
And he punches, and he kicks, and he kicks, and he kicks, and he growls, and makes bizarre dog noises.
Yeah, he's just doing, like, he's doing the Steve Austin mudhole stomp. Like, I want him to pause and give Lou the double middle fingers.
And they're choking, and they're choking.
I like how despite having the bike kick and sort of the fireball in the previous movie, and going so far as to try the fucking dragon in this one, Lou never actually does a single one of his special moves.
It's sad, isn't it?
Like, his finisher here is a backflip.
I mean, that one attack was kind of a flying kick, though, right?
Drop kick.
It was a drop kick, I guess.
It was a one-legged drop kick, so I'll give it to him. And I think Robin Shaw just really wanted to do that flip kick. Like, I think he practiced that and said, "Listen, guys, this is what's going down," and that's why it happened. Like,
He was trying to make this mark
really
on the camera.
hard backflipping. We're putting it in the movie. And again with the tattoo shit. Like, that's how
Not just the
Jean-Claude
tattoo
died.
shit. The incredible folding shit-off.
He had a tattoo inside his body, and he peeled apart to set it free.
yeah, but Shinnell's right. Shinnok's death was very Aqua Teen Hunger Force how they did it. Like, it didn't look natural at all. And no one notices anything.
Yeah, right. Like rows and rows of monks just standing there, like, what are you staring at?
Does anyone else remember PlayStation 1 Dragon fighting a hentai monster? No one remembers that?
No,
No one saw that?
You,
Me neither.
you guys just came back from saving the world. Nothing. Hey, who's this chick? True story. I did not even recognize her the first time I saw this. I'm like, who the hell is this random person with red
I see
hair?
where you're coming from.
Who
though.
is this?
She does have bangs all of a sudden. Like, she got a completely different haircut. Like, never mind that the white streaks are gone. And see, this is how you sort of... Like, apparently there's no Fujin in the movie universe, because Shinnok was like the god of wind, and Raiden becomes the god of wind now.
You know what I also liked? Sonya, like, looks away over and she's like, it can't be true, can it? And I'm like, oh god, they're gonna undo everything. They're gonna bring back Johnny.
Yeah, like, everything goes back to normal, but the guys who died are still dead. That seems a little unfair to me.
Died 45 seconds too late, Johnny.
Raiden gets a pass. Fuck that other guy.
And I just want to... I'm pretty sure this moment is the only time Liu Kang and Kitana kiss in either movie.
Or possibly anywhere. Ever.
You're probably right. Shit.
I honestly, I don't remember that ever happening in the games anywhere at any point.
No, it didn't. It doesn't. They never kissed in the games. Like, in MK4, she fucking proposes marriage, but we've never seen them kiss.
I don't want to give the kiss too much credit in this movie, because it's like a 2-second kiss, and then she immediately transitions into the friend hug, so it's not too great, but...
Well, yeah, but it's still like a step in the right fucking direction.
Yeah, no, it's an acknowledgement.
Like, if it were me writing this shit, they'd have a sex scene in MK3. Just fucking consummate the relationship, fuck's sake.
I don't know if I want you writing the scripts for this game anymore, dude.
Dude, if you're gonna have these people in a relationship, the best time for the fucking moment of most closeness is in the middle of the goddamn danger, when, like say some quiet night where they're, like, camping out before they go have the big fight at the end scene. That's
Not here, though, dude.
Because, you know, heightened emotions and the danger and the drama and shit.
Story by Lawrence Kasanoff and Joshua Welker and John Tobias.
Poor
you don't
John
think,
Tobias.
do you? You don't think. That's just, like, inspirational credit, right?
Yeah, no, that's the consultant shit.
Fair enough. I choose to believe this.
Oh, my back is fucked up after watching this movie.
It
I
is
just,
injured you.
I wanna just take a moment to always try to be the positive guy here and
This movie will break you like Bane broke Batman.
try to find the good in everything, and just saying that George Clinton, the guy that did the score, is a really down-to-earth and good guy. Not the soundtrack, the score. So if you like the actual background music that you heard during the film, the orchestral shite, he knew there was no market for the score to be released, like, commercially. So a few years ago, after it, like, hung out in limbo for quite some time, he released the whole score for free. And it's still floating around out there as MP3 files. So,
Is it the same
look for that.
George Clinton who does, like, the Funkadelic music?
Yes.
It very well might. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I know him from PCU. That's where I know that name from.
Yep, that's him.
Oh, good guy. Nice guy.
Yeah. Actually, there is one, like, the main theme track from the score is on the music, like the soundtrack CD.
Yeah, it's just called X Squad, but that's that is literally the only one. He put out the whole thing as a free download, and it's still out there. You can find it pretty easily. So that's it. That's
So that was Mortal Kombat Armageddon or Annihilation.
I'm 2.5 beers
A
in.
words that mean the fucking apocalypse.
I can't even see anything of worth in these credits. Yes. Nightwolf's
They're still spelling Raiden with a Y.
Nightwolf is played by Lightfoot.
He
Who the hell
was
is Lightfoot?
the Indian in the movie Indian in the Cupboard. That's the
Oh.
only other credit I know him from.
Oh shit.
So I guess we know why he got this role then.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's very unfortunate and a little wrong.
This typecasting is what. Oh, fucking Raiden's stunt double is Ray Park, Darth Maul.
Yes! Yes, that's true. We forget about that. I think he's also one of the chameleons, actually.
That wouldn't surprise me. His name is under stunts too. Yes.
Ed Boon had to go into a sound booth and shout "suckers."
He sure
I'm
did.
picturing that.
He saw a rough draft of the script. He knew what he was getting into.
And he couldn't do a damn thing about it. Oh, if I were a creator of anything and that was what happened to me, I'd be pretty sad.
He still talks about it from time to time.
Yeah, but I think for him, I mean, at this point in his life, it's probably like, remember that dumb thing that happened? Wasn't that funny?
At the time, though, you gotta believe that he'd, like, had nightmares about this for a long time.
Yeah, this almost, like, this was one of the contributing things that almost shut down the whole franchise. Like, just
Well,
the
thank
late
God
90s
no one
was not a
saw it.
great time for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Such
this
a
movie
shame,
bombed.
too.
Oh.
This is, like, within 2 years. We went from, like, the movie MK3 being launched, 2 years.
Yeah, like, the top of the mountain to straight to the bottom, like...
Like, I was there, and I didn't even see it happening. It just seemed to me like overnight, MK became a joke. Overnight.
Well, there was this, and I mean, I like mythologies, but it's not exactly popular. And then
Yeah,
Special Forces.
that was the thing of it.
For all in
We liked these games, but at the time, people were like, why did they do this? This is all awkward. War Gods doesn't work in MK, and Mythologies was virtually unplayable to a lot of people, understandably. Seriously, 1997 was the year MK took a header.
And it didn't come back for like 5 years. And people
Yep.
still look at the 3D era too. I mean, I don't agree with them, but there are some people who say from Trilogy until MK9 were the bad times.
Nah, not Trilogy. Still Trilogy, I was still having a lot of fun. 1996 still... 96 was still a good year to be an MK fan because we were
Well, I
looking
mean-
forward to MK.
I mean, like, Trilogy was the last good one.
That's fair.
But I mean, obviously, that's not how I feel. I think that the 3D era, because I care about like story and art design and that stuff, I think that the 3D era was much stronger than MK9 and XR.
I get where you're coming from with that. I kind of mixed feelings about that. As a big fan of the story first and the gameplay second, like yourself, I went through those games with the knowledge that, you know what, we're getting some pretty good story here. We're continuing like what I loved most about the series, but I did that burdened with the knowledge that the game was gameplay-wise crap. So I was also playing a lot of
I
Capcom
will
fights around
admit
the time.
that there's nothing to write home about in the gameplay of any of the 3D era.
So everyone was like a mixed bag. Gameplay-wise, when Deception came out, the thing I was looking forward to the most was like playing the MK1 port that came with it on that bonus disc.
Actually, let me take that back. There is one thing in the 3D era, those three games, to write home about gameplay-wise, and it's the noob smoke mechanic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy playing them, because I'd be lying otherwise, but I mean, I recognize that virtually every fighter out there at the time was technically superior.
Yeah.
these are the years that we were all posting on like MK5 well, at this point, well, around Deception, MK Online was when they made that change roughly.
Yeah.
And this is when like the push for the game to be recognized seriously as a tournament quality fighter. That's when this all started. Probably around the time of Deception was when we were like, let's just fix this shit, guys. We've been a joke for long enough.
Well,
And
at
I
that
feel like-
point, it was putting a band-aid on a bullet wound, trying to make the gameplay in Deception and Armageddon like online viable.
True that.
But I just like with MK9, I feel like you can have an amazing gameplay engine and a good story. There's no reason that the one should cut into the other.
I don't think they ever did. I think it really is just kind of a coincidence that the story took a downturn when the gameplay got better.
It was a coincidence, a very, very unfortunate one.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a huge unfair comparison because when people say that Mortal Kombat
Well, you know
was
what?
the yeah,
There is, and there kind of isn't, because when they got WB, they could afford to hire a lot more writers, and before that, Vogel, during the 3D period, was basically the main story guy.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the problem. Like, hiring more writers sounds like, oh, more professional guys are, getting in there and offering input. But I feel like writing by committee always turns out an inferior creative endeavor than like when one guy or a partnership of two guys who are really close with each other.
What's the
Create
old
a
saying?
work.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I think the only time compromise has ever made anything better is with the Peter Jackson films, because once Peter Jackson got more popular and got more creative control, the movies got progressively worse, in my opinion.
That's true. It's sort of the same thing that happened to George Lucas with Star Wars, because like
Exactly.
Empire and Jedi aren't even by him. He's just the producer.
Which is why there's so much to look forward to, but we'll save that for like a graveyard shift.
Well, I was going to
Yeah.
throw in about the gameplay. People say Mortal Kombat was the bottom of the barrel, at least the 3D era, the Deception and Deadly Alliance. They call it the worst of the worst, but it really wasn't. Every fighting game was shitty back then. The reason people think that is they're comparing it to
dude.
Third Strike, which came out 5 years before, which is not fair in my opinion.
No, I mean,
I have seen like a lot of fucking poverty fighting games.
Like Virtual
was-
Fighter and Tekken, but even Tekken had problems. Like
no,
Tekken
they
4
had
was
problems, but
fucking-
like, you couldn't look at Capcom versus SNK2, which came out in 2001, and you couldn't find shit like Bullright Shohad, which was like puke, sidestep, repeat for 99 seconds. It was, sure, some of those games had some broken shit, like CVS2 Tier 4 Sagat or what have you, but it was never like pick a character to instantly win, really.
I just feel like it's unfair to compare it to Virtual Fighter or even Soul Calibur, when those were just two games in the era. People forget the bloody roars, they forget the clay fighters, they forget all that. Well, clay fighter was a
straight
different
up
era.
on the
but-
same level as fucking Mugen characters, and honestly, fucking Deadly Alliance and Deception are like the middle. They're not the
Yeah,
bottom.
exactly. That's my point. They're not bottom. Like Bloody Roar is far more broken than fucking Deception or Deadly Alliance was. I like those games, and honestly, the mechanics are better, but the balance is not. The balance is horrible in those games because you can. I mean, it's more flexible. It's more open, so there's more room to break everything.
Well, then I guess if you look at that as with something of a bit of a solace, I guess, because people were at least talking about how broken those games were. No one gave a shit about Bloody Roar.
Which is
That's
a
the thing.
shame.
Well, Bloody Roar, I mean, emerged in the 3D era. It never really made much of a name for itself as a franchise, whereas Mortal Kombat was this big multimedia, like, it was a movement in fucking pop culture, you know?
Whether or not anyone actually cares to admit it, MK is the single most successful American fighting game of all time.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, I would say just most successful, because in terms of just grossing, in terms of just making money, has anything ever compared to MK? Because Street
Probably-
Fighter just straight up wasn't
probably.
making games for like 10 years almost. I don't know how they could outgross MK.
At its peak, Street Fighter 2 probably did.
Yeah, but that's just one chapter in the story, though, you know?
It was a pretty damn big chapter.
All right, my
Well,
movie just ended.
It was a chapter they remade 3 times.
Yep. Yep. It's about
Should
to
I,
be done here.
Should I watch the actual
We should
trailer?
probably wrap this up.
Should I watch the theatrical trailer? See what they tell us.
The trailer's probably better than the movie is.
Let me see this. Let me see this shit. Let me see why I was
it's not
excited to
near-
actually go and see this. I'm gonna turn
Like-
this up.
Like the movie, the trailer is not nearly as good as the trailer for the first one.
Let's see this.
The trailer for MK, the first movie, is one of my favorite movie trailers of all time, because it actually shows clips of the characters in time with when their names are said in the theme music.
Oh, I'm remembering it
If
now.
you're an MK fan, that gets you really fucking hype.
Well, everyone, that was our commentary on MK Annihilation. So, see ya next episode.
Later, peeps.
Take it easy, folks.